Hello, everybody. I'm Linda, the old bird. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm not down on the farm today because I don't have internet. I've been trying to create this second video and the internet is just terrible. But I am under a great big oak tree outside with lots of sunshine. It's a beautiful day. I'm in Lumberton, North Carolina. And I thought I would do the video here where they have a little bit more internet than I have. Now look, let me turn the camera. There we go. I hope you can see. Let me let this down just a little onto the pad. There we go. I hope you're able to see this. You know, I told you you need your writing utensils. You need your pads. And today I'm going to use this white one. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It doesn't look like you can see it to me, but let's give it a try. My husband is going to hold my pad for me. And let me lower this some more. Right down on the tablet. Now I'm going to try to talk as loud as possible because my microphone is not hooked up, but hopefully you can hear me. Okay. Now, today we're going to practice cursive writing the letter A and the letter B. I'm going to use my ink pen. You can use whatever writing instrument that you chose. I also brought my pencil. Now, on the pen that I'm going to use, you see this area right here? It has a rubber grip from here to here. That's the place where you hold the pen. If you're going to use a pencil, the area from here to here is where you would hold your pencil. So you would hold it here. Now, when you're writing cursive, let me write the letter A and give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Your letters should always be slanted like this. They are going to slant over to your right. If your letters are up and down, they are not slanted. Cursive, your letters are always slanted to the right. The top of the letter is slanted to your right. Now, here's a little trick to help you to get that accomplished. Instead of having your letters straight up and down, if you take your writing pad, the pad that you're going to be writing on, and you slant the bottom of the pad to your right, the top of the pad to your left, this is your left, then you'll be able to slant your letters and you won't have to worry about trying to make them slanted. They will automatically slant as you're writing. Now we're going to start with the capital A. The capital A is just one continuous stroke. You don't lift your writing instrument. Now I'm in the sun, I can't see, but we're going to use 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. That's why you need ruled paper, meaning you have the lines. If you learn this, then no matter what you write on, your letters will be formed correctly. Start at the top line, come down, back around, up, back down that same line. That makes your letter A. Gonna come down just a little, around, up, down that same line, your letter A. We're gonna go down, up and around, up, back down that same line, and make your tail. Try it again. Down, back up, around, up, down that same line, and your tail. That makes your capital A. You never lift your pen or your pencil from the paper. Now let's try it with I'm going to use a pencil. You're going to hold your pencil in that same area from there to approximately there to form your letters and to hold your writing instrument. Now, let's see. I can't see, guys. I'm in the sun. I think the camera needs to be over my right shoulder. So we're going to move the camera, guys. There we go. Let me use my pen again. And we're going to do it again. You're going to use 3 lines. You're going to start at the top line. You're going to take your pad, and your bottom of your pad is going to be facing to your right. The top of the pad is going to be facing to your left. And you're going to start at that top line, down, back up, around, up, down that same line, and make your tail. Let's do it again. Down, back up, around, up, down that same line, and make your tail. Let's do it again. Down, just a little, back up and around, up, down that same line, and make your tail. Down just a little, around, up, down, make your tail. That's the capital A. I hope you can see it, guys. Now, the reason you need this little tail is because when you start forming words, the next letter is going to attach to this little tail. So you need your little tail. Let's try it again. Capital A. Down just a little, back up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Down just a little, back up, around, up, down, and make your little tail. Now, let's stop. You see how this letter A comes up to the top where we started, but this one has a little opening and this one has a little opening. That doesn't matter. It's up to you, whatever you like to do. Let's try it again. Down just a little, back up, around, up, down that same line. Don't forget your little tail. Down, up, around, up, down that same line, and make your little tail. Now let's try it with a pencil. Same identical letter, capital A. Down just a little, up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Down just a little, back up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Down just a little, up, around, Back down that line, make your little tail. And the last one down just a little, back up, around to the third line, back down that same line and make your little tail. That's your capital A. You got it. Now let's make a little a. Now, with the letter A, the little a is identical to the capital A. The little a, here are your 3 lines. Hope you can see me, guys. I can't see. You're going to start in the center line. Down just a little, back up, around, up, down that same line and make your little tail. That's the little A. You just use the center line. Down just a little, up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Down just a little, up, around, down that same line, make your little tail. Down, up, around, down that same line, make your little tail. Down, up, around, up, down that same line, make your little tail. The little a is identical to the big A. Now let's make both of them. Capital A, down just a little, back up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Little a, start at the center line, down, back up, around, up, make your little tail. Capital A, down, back up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Little a, down, back up, around, up, down that same line, make your tail. Capital A, start at the top line, down, up, around, down that same line, make your tail. Little a, start at the center line, down, up, around, up, down that same line, and make your tail. That is your capital A. Now, since I have internet, guys, I'm going to do the B, and that will be it for the day. Now, do at least 3 pages of your capital A, your little a, and then a couple of pages of your capital A with your little a. Now, let's do the letter B. The letter B, for the capital B, we're going to use the 3 lines, start at the top line, and we're going to smile. See the smile? We're going to come down to the 3rd line. You're going to lift your pen or pencil, and then you're going to go make your first bump all the way to the line, your second bump, and curve. That's your capital B. Smile. Up. That's your smile. Down. Make your line. Curve. Make your first bump. Curve. Make your second bump. That's your capital B. Smile. Down. 1 stroke. Curve. Center line. Back out to the 3rd line. That's your capital B. Smile. Down. Round with your first bump. Second bump. That's your B. Now let's do it with a pencil. You're going to do your smile. Down. First bump to the center. Second bump. And around. Smile. Down. 1 stroke. Smile. Down. 1 stroke. Smile. Down. 1 stroke. Then you're going to go first bump all the way to the center. Second bump. B. Let's do it again. First bump to the center. Back out. Capital B. First bump to the center. Second bump. Capital B. You can do it. Smile. Down. Now that should be one stroke without lifting your pencil. Smile. Down. Smile. Down. Smile. Down. First bump. Back to the center. Second bump. That should be. First bump. Center. Second bump. B. First bump. Center. Second bump. B. First bump. Center. Second bump. Capital B. Let's do one more. Smile. Down. First bump. Second bump. B. That's your capital B. Now let's make the little b. The little b is not like the little a. The little a was identical to the capital A. That's not that way when you're doing the letter B. Let's see, I hope I'm in the camera, guys. I'm in the sun and can't see. Let me get a new page for the little b. The little b, you're going to start at the third line. Remember, top line, center line, third line. You're going to start at the third line, come up, around, down again to the third line, stop at the second line, out. That's your letter B. Now we got to do that without lifting the pen. Third line, up, round, down, up to the center, out. Up, down, around, out. Third line, up, around, down, around, and out. Up to the first line, down to the third, around, straight line. Up to the first line, down to the third, center, out. Third line, first line, third line, center, out. That's your little b. Now let's make the little b with using the pencil. Your fingers are in the same place, holding the pencil. You're going to start at the third line, up to the first line, down to the third, up to the center, out. Third line, up to the first line, third line, center, out. Third line, first line, third line, center, out. Third line, first line, third line, center, out. That's your little b. Now let's do them together. Capital B, smile, down. That's one stroke. First bump to the center, second bump, capital B. Little b, third line, first line, round, center line, out. Capital B, smile, down. Lift your pencil, first bump, second bump, capital B. Little b, third line, up, around, third line, center line, out. You can do it. Do 3 pages. 3 pages of the little b, 3 pages of the capital B, and 3 pages of the capital B with the little b. Now look, let me raise up the camera. There I am. Guys, I hope this helps. If you have any trouble, if you want to ask me any questions, please do so. If I can help in any way, let me know, and I'll do my best to be of help to you. I want you to learn how to cursive so you can sign your own name. Have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me. Pass it on if this can help somebody else. And look, when you finish your 3 pages, take a snapshot of it and post it. Send me a copy of it and let me see your progress. Next time, we'll do C, D, and hopefully E.